Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. I am here with Josh Stern, who's the director of this new movie called Jobs. Now, no, it's not about employment, it's about Steve Jobs. First of all, really interesting movie. I mean, I think we're going to see a layer of Steve Jobs that most of us really didn't know before. How did you start your research? I mean, he obviously wrote a book. He had his biography book. Did you use that? Were there people in his life?
We interviewed a lot of people who knew him, the people who were in the original Mac team, a lot of those original guys that were in the movie. When they're young, we actually interviewed. We shot in the house that Steve Jobs grew up in. That was the actual house. So a lot of video and just as much as we could get on him. But to be honest, surprisingly little was known about him personally. He very rarely divulged much about him. He was a true enigma.
And what's interesting too is you don't make him this perfect person. I mean, we see the flaws of a human being, that he did have his idiosyncrasies.
He did. I mean, he had his frustration. But here's a man who was trying to create technology that didn't exist. And he was trying to explain it to people, and he couldn't quite articulate it because it didn't exist, but he knew what he wanted. So a lot of that sort of bred a sort of frustration in him. So we showed it all in the movie. I mean, warts and all.
Now, I know when I go on a lot of film sets, there's all these computers. Did you have Mac computers on set?
We had a lot of Mac computers, almost all Mac computers.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Now, when you're casting Steve Jobs, I mean, he's so iconic. Everybody kind of knows the way he looks. What did you see in Ashton Kutcher that you knew this was going to be a right fit?
Well, when we did our first meeting, he walked into the room already channeling Steve Jobs. His walk, his mannerisms. He had really done his research, so he basically gave me the evidence and the ammunition to cast him so I could take away from that meeting. And I also thought that, you know, he's a guy who loves technology. He's in the technology world. People are always coming to him with their obsessive apps and all the stuff that he's involved with. So he got that sort of kernel of obsession because Steve Jobs was all about the personal computer for 30 years. So he understood it, and he did a lot of homework. So for me, it was sort of an easy choice.
Now, you know, in this day and age of big movies with green screen and special effects and, you know, all these extra shots that they kind of have to do, was it kind of nice just to do a movie where you didn't have to worry about all that, where it's just about the characters relating?
It was, and funny you mentioned that. When I first got the script, my instinct goes to how can we make this tricky? Can we have like some kind of Steve Jobs point of view cam? But in the end, I decided to sort of stay out of the way and design the film so that it just sort of tells the story. And it was a relief. And to try to be, you know, to be released in movie theaters with so many tentpole movies, it's always a challenge. But I think people will see that this is a story about a real guy with his real problems who did something amazing.
Well, Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
All right, appreciate it.
This is Scott Orlin. Until next time.